Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Oh, it's Monday morning, but it's a weird Monday because it's the Monday before the election, and you're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show. This is the safe place to be. It's the safe place to be because, well, you know how I feel, but we're gonna be so much more fair and balanced, and but on Monday mornings. Now, Monday mornings are a different day of the week because, one, people are just, like, oh, no, it's Monday. But it's okay. You can reinvent yourself on Monday. But what you can also do is hear the Who Done It series on the Cindy Cochran Show. Because every Monday we have Lieutenant Bob Berry, who is a lieutenant in the Conroe H.P.D. And normally we have Deanie Harmon, who is a 17-year veteran of the Narcotics Agency in Houston. And she is one tough woman. But she's so sweet, you would never know that was her background. And she's a lot of fun. But she's sick this morning. She was so sad. Yeah, she's sick. And she will be here next Monday for sure, she said. But she woke up sick. And so it's okay, because Bob Berry just told me, he's in the studio. And he said, Cindy, I have a crime scene I'm going to lay out. And then, of course, what we get to do is the listeners can message my Facebook and tell me what questions you want to ask Bob, like you were the detective on the scene. I'll ask them, and we'll see who's going to find this out first, me or the listeners. I am so good at this, though. You guys have got to be really good, because I watch Forensic File, ID, whatever, and 48 Hour and all that stuff. I watch that all the time. So I feel like I am so good at this. But he just told me, I have a crime today that you will never, ever figure out. Well, you do that to me, and that's going to, it's on. You're just going to have to bring it. And that's going to come up at 15 minutes after. But I've got some stuff I got to share with you. Okay, this isn't political right now, okay? But I got to share this with you. How many of you driving late at night, especially if you're in the rural area and there's not a lot of light posts, so it's really dark. So when somebody comes going the opposite way to you and they've got their brights on and they're too lazy to click them down until we pass each other, you want to just, if you could turn around and turn lights on like you were the police and go after them, that bothers me so bad. And so I have to do that all of the time. And the kids, my grandchildren in the car, jerk, look at him. Like, everybody gets mad. We get really mad at the guys that are doing this. We know they're doing it on purpose. They're just trying to aggravate us. So, hallelujah. China has come up with a punishment for those people that do that leave their high beams on. I couldn't believe the story. I went like, oh, this is from heaven, because if we could just listen to this, Bob, and maybe have the same punishment as well. Okay, so people that leave their brights on and the police catch them, they take them, put them in front of their car with the high beams on, and they put a chair down, and they make them stare at those lights until their eyeballs fall out. Well, I don't know if it's that long, but they do it until they feel like these people have had enough, and they start screaming and saying, I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again. I think that I would love to be there. I would just love to be there to watch whoever it was that high beam me. I don't know what you call it, but it's, and you used to have to you have to find this button on the floor and punch that button. This was like a long, long, long time ago. And that's how you had to, bring the high beams up or down. And now it's just, all you do is just put one finger down, click it towards you or whatever. And you don't have to have all that and right in people's face, blind them. And especially it's rainy and that kind of thing. So, boy, I'm so happy. Some of you may hate the fact when you drive in a parking lot and it's pretty full and there's a sign that says for pregnant women. And you may go like, are you kidding me? They get a pass. They get right up next to the door. And those people that will park in the handicap because they feel like they deserve it. They feel like, I've brought 4 kids to the store before, and there's nobody more handicapped than someone that does that. But I'm not going to park in the handicap place. But a lot of people think, oh, it's okay to park. You can do that. Well, that aggravates me as well as those people that will go in and park in the places they're not supposed to. And I've got a big old, it's like a 2006 Cadillac it's a hand-me-down from Sam. He got a bigger Yukon, and now I get the Cadillac. But it's huge. And so you go up there and it says compact car parking only, for crying out loud. What gives them any special? Why are they more fragile or vulnerable than me and my Cadillac? But I squeeze my Cadillac in there. I do. And it's my fault when I do that. And then some big old truck comes and parks right next to me, and I'm kind of hanging over that yellow line, and they go like, okay, I'm getting ready to open the door hard, and they let me have it. But anyway, I think that there should be some kind of law for the people that high beam other people and the people that park in the handicap place. Okay, and I've got Lieutenant Bob here. See, I got a law on my side. Don't I have the law on my side now? There is? Mm-hmm. Give me the law, give me the number, and next time I'll go, citizens arrest, and I'll do it. Tell me what it is.
There is a law that there's a certain distance before you get to passing the other car. You have to dim your lights. We call it probable cause.
Probable cause?
Yeah. There's a couple of things, okay?
I like probable cause.
Well, it actually, you should flash your lights if it's bothering you, and hopefully they would, lower their lights as well.
Okay, now see, I think that's a very sinister thing to do, because I usually will wait till they get just to the point where it's going to be really hard when I put mine on.
Be fair.
That's so mean. I try not to be mean about it, Bob, but they did it first. No, but that is difficult.
Well, at that distance, you should let them know. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then what we look at it is okay, maybe you're talking to somebody, you're not paying attention or whatever else. But one of the things that we find is that a lot of drunks actually drive with their headlights on the high beam.
Because
they drive slower and they use the high beams. Mm-hmm. And so what happens is they're thinking, well, maybe it'll help me see better so I don't, Right. And so there's a lot of times that by not doing that, by changing the headlights, we can actually, if nothing else, just stop and talk to them.
Right.
And a lot of times the people that are doing that are drunk.
Okay. But I'm not going to give them
a pass. Always.
I'm going to get real far over. But here's the most embarrassing. Okay, the most embarrassing is you're coming up over the hill and you see this guy and you feel like, God. So you start hitting you hit the high beams and say your high beams are on, and then they don't do anything. So you do it again, and then you get closer and you're just about there, and then he hits his light and it goes to the high beams because it wasn't on high beams, but it just seemed like it was to me because it was so bright. But then they let you have it. They go like, you want high beams? I'll give you high beams. And then they hit and you're totally blind and blown out of the way. But what can I say to people that I catch getting out of their car and they're not handicapped and they're going in? I guess that's kind of you shouldn't do that because it could be something else. It could be another problem, or should you say something to them?
Well, it is very serious about having the handicaps, the people that are moving into the handicap slots,
right?
And they're not supposed to be there.
Right.
They don't have a placard or a license plate on that.
Right.
We do find that. We do write citations on that.
But you can't do a citizen's arrest, though, right?
Well, I saw this on the internet the other day. It was kind of funny, but it's also kind of bad too. Is you get somebody like that, and there's no placard, no plate.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can get to the driver's side with your car, you get up to them next to them, and you have maybe a foot where they can't open the door go shopping.
This is coming from Lieutenant Bob.
This is not in my policy. It is.
It's what
I
some
just
people
saw that
do.
on the internet.
Okay. You're not supporting that or anything.
No, I'm just saying I saw that on the internet, And
I love that.
yeah, it would
That's
teach them not
hilarious.
to do that anymore.
See, there you go. That's why you listen to the Cindy Cochran Show. There are a lot of things that happen. Now, coming up though, Bob, you've told me that you've got a crime scene that you're going to lay out, that you're going to give what you saw, and then like the detectives come on the scene and they say, okay, what do you have? And then you tell them, and they ask a lot of questions, and then they go about their business to investigate.
It's going to be a surprise.
And now see, you told me, okay, now see, I'm going to listen to it with that filter, everything that you say. And we're going to do that when we come back from a break. But one thing I got to say before the break, Comey. They're going to do a song. They're going to have a song, a rap song probably, with bad words in it. But he said, Sunday, he came out and said Hillary Clinton is still incredibly careless. Now, he didn't say that. He just said the findings we had, in July are still the same that we found now. And he didn't come out and say, list all the things that she had done wrong, but it's still the intent is not there to hurt our national security. So she got a pass, but he did not say she's not incredibly careless. He left that in as what they found the last time. Okay, guys, we're going to have Whodunit coming up next. You're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
Cindy Cochran Show, the first daily talk show serving Montgomery County.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, and we are looking for talk show hosts and volunteer DJs for our music shows. Are you interested in having your own talk show on Lone Star, or have you always wanted to live out your dreams of being a music DJ? With the addition of Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and video aspects of our talk shows, we are needing people to grow with us. If you or someone you know might be interested, please contact us online at irlonestar.com/contact us, or call the station at 936-647-5747 for more information.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited. We are on live FM. Yes, we are. All in the Montgomery County area. You can listen to us on 104.5 or 106.1. I started listening to the 104.5 because that picks it up over in my area and in Willis, New Waverly, and that area. And then I came in and picked it back up at 106.1 in Conroe. So it's beautiful sound. It's wonderful. We're really excited about it. So now we have the potential of reaching all of these people. All these people are out there, and we got to get them, educated about what happens on Mondays on the Cindy Cochran Show. I'm here Monday through Friday, but Mondays are dedicated to doing Whodunit. If you like Forensic File and all that stuff, if you like that, you're gonna like this because you're gonna be involved. You can be involved. You can go to my Facebook, message me, go to the messages, click on that. And then whatever you think, what he has said, if you have some kind of premonition going, I know who did it, I know who done it, and I know what to ask, so you can do that. Uh-oh, where did you go? My computer just crashed. Didn't crash, but it just went away on me. Okay, so here we go. Lieutenant Bob Berry, good morning. You can say good morning because you've been talking to me. You're here and you have a story that you said, I'll never get it.
That's correct.
Bring it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you're not going to get this one.
Go ahead. Just try me. I am so good at this. Okay, here we go.
So one of the things that we look at is we walk into a crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
And so the officers come first. Detectives come in later or, during that time that we're here. And so we have to look at a lot of different things.
Right.
So when we get there, we find a male. He's in the backyard. It is a cedar fenced on three sides. There's no way in, no way out. There's no gates or anything like that.
Okay.
And so we find a male on the ground on his left side.
Okay, male on the ground. Male on the ground on the left side.
On the left side. No initial signs of being beaten, stabbed, shot, whatever, but he is bleeding from the mouth.
He is. Okay. Is he like in a fetal position, or is he straight up?
Kind of on his side, like you'd be laying in bed on side.
Okay. All right. That's left side. Okay. And blood coming out of his mouth. Mm-hmm. But you don't see any bruises or anything like that?
No.
Is his hair combed?
He didn't have a lot of hair. He didn't have to worry about combing his hair.
Okay. I just was wondering, did it look like you wanted to drug him there? Like pulled him to the grass or the...
I will tell you this. He is the owner of the residence.
He's the owner of the residence.
Mm-hmm.
Who called? Who made the call?
The wife.
Was she there when y'all got there?
Yes.
Was she out in the backyard or was she in the house?
She was in the house.
Why would you be in the house if your husband was out in the backyard laying on his side, unless you had something to do with it and you were afraid about the police coming? Did she act afraid? Was she
called
hollering?
911.
Yeah, but was she hollering? Was she crying and all that?
She was upset, yes.
She was upset.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he didn't have a pulse? Or he did have no pulse? He is dead. Mm-hmm. How long did he look like he had been dead? I'm going to figure this out.
The body was cool.
It was cool. So,
and it was in the summer.
Ah.
And it was during the daytime.
Ah.
And so the body was cool.
I mean, if you're dead or alive, you're not going to be cool in Houston anyway because of the heat.
He was cooler than the outside. How's that?
Oh, okay. All right. So he was on his way to being really dead.
Well, he was dead.
Okay. So then, so she was in the house. You walked in, and she's visibly upset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was there water with the tears? A lot of times I see these women they've had people on TV and they're saying, "I can't believe they're gone," and there's no tears that come out. Did it look like she'd been crying?
She was upset, but she wasn't berserk. It was
calm.
Yeah, well, somewhat calm. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like she didn't think it was going to happen. It's like she knew the happening was coming soon, or it was possible, but
Did you think right off that she did it? Did you ask her? Did you do it?
No.
Okay. Did you ask her how did he get out here? What did you ask
We did
her?
ask why he was out there.
Okay.
And where was she at during that time?
Okay.
And everything.
And what did she say?
She said she didn't know anything about it because she stays up at night.
Uh-huh.
And she sews and she watches TV and reads books and this kind of thing. And then she goes to bed early or early in the morning.
Yeah.
And sleeps during the day.
And he's just the opposite. He has a different shift than she does. Okay.
Yes.
So when did she discover the body?
About 9 o'clock in the morning. That's when she got up. But it's not uncommon for him to go walking or go to the store or whatever.
Yeah.
So she didn't think anything about it. And so she didn't really go out and look for him or anything. And it was in the afternoon before she went out looking for him. And that's where she found him in the backyard.
Wow. Now, with that many hours out in the sun, mm-hmm. Is there a smell that somebody may... No smell?
The only signs of anything that we saw was once we moved him over to the side or on his back, mm-hmm. we saw that his left side of his face was black and blue.
Somebody been beating on that boy? Is that what happened? Oh, okay. Now, he didn't step on a shovel or anything like that, though.
No.
Okay. So her story is what? She said she was asleep. So she didn't know where he was, and then she went looking for him.
And that's her story, and she was sticking to it.
Oh. And did any of the other detectives push her on that and try and say, have y'all had any problems? Have you had any arguments? Or
it was pretty much cut and dried.
She wasn't having an affair. He wasn't having an affair. Okay. Family members, the O family members, have somebody that was after him or anybody that would want him that way?
No money, no policies. I mean, nothing, $1 million insurance policy or nothing like that.
Was there a tree nearby?
No.
Okay, so he didn't fall.
No.
From the or jump from the roof or anything.
No.
Oh. Okay. And are you going to do a lie detector test on her?
Didn't have to.
She broke down. She confessed. We have a confession. Okay, but we can't talk about. Now, you have no confession.
No confession.
What? The neighbor do it?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Dog or
there's
animal?
a dog. There's a dog in the house.
Okay.
Inside dog.
Inside dog. Big dog?
No, small.
Oh. Man, how do you guys do this? This would drive me crazy. Okay, so she's the obvious suspect, though, right?
You would think so.
Yeah. But she didn't do it. Mm-mm. Okay, you're giving me a definitive on that. Okay. So, no weapon, no knife, no gun, nothing around. Oh, brother. Come on, guys. Come on, listeners. Help me. Come on. Y'all, I know you have an angle on this. Let me know what you're thinking, and this will help me. If you come in, the door was open. I mean, you knocked on the door. She opened the door, right? So.
Do what now?
When you got there, did she
door
open
was
the door?
Unlocked, yes.
Okay. Man. Doors, but y'all knocked, right? I mean, she had to come to the door, or you just bust in because somebody called and said somebody's.
Well, the first thing we looked at was from the 911 that he was out on the ground. So the first thing we did, we went in to make sure the person was alive or needed EMS or anything else. So we want to make sure about the person that was hurt.
Right.
And so then we also moved into the house, knocked on the door, and, of course it was open, and we opened the door and started talking to her.
And she was sitting where? In the living room?
In the living room.
Okay. We do have a listener said, any guests the night before?
No.
No. Oh, Raz. So, and you're going to tell me, if I ask you, was there an outside party that this could have been contributed to? Or are you telling me that wasn't the case?
No, that wasn't the case.
His side of his face was black and blue, blood coming out of his mouth. Mm-hmm. And he was on his left side. Mm-hmm. Was it a heart attack? Stroke?
We didn't know that at the time.
I got it. It was a heart attack.
You're getting warm.
It was well. Okay. It's heart attack or stroke or aneurysm.
We don't know that. We're still out in the.
We're
the
still
scene.
out. Okay. All right. So
the
coroner hasn't come. The coroner hasn't come yet. We've got to go to a break now. We've got to go to a break and then find out what happened.
That's even better.
It gets even better. No. Okay, you're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show. The Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio. We'll be right back with Who Done It.
The Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
I know you know this already, but most of the shows on Lone Star Community Radio are available in podcast format. If you want to keep up with the latest shows, just subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lone Star Community Radio, and our website at irlonestar.com. You can even follow us on SoundCloud and Twitter to see the latest posts from Lone Star Community Radio. Can't find a show? Then just search for it on irlonestar.com in the search bar to the top right of every page. Or just contact us on irlonestar.com/contact us with your questions, demands, sponsorships, anything. Lone Star Community Radio is your Montgomery County community radio station.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the first daily talk show serving Montgomery County.
Oh, wow. You are back on the Cindy Cochran Show, and it's Monday, and I love Mondays. In fact, my granddaughter on the way to school, and I said, she says, well, who's your guest today? And I said, it's Whodunit. And she goes, it's Whodunit. I love Whodunits. Can I go and miss school just for the Whodunit part, and I'll come back to school? No, but she really does. She really does love the Whodunits series, and we do this every Monday with Lieutenant Bob Berry. Now, I did get this, if we want to answer this, from one of our listeners. Bruises. He had to be alive to get those. Did it look to you as a beating when you first saw it?
Could have been, yes.
Okay.
Because it was black and blue.
Right. So that was what. Now, see, I thought, I asked, did he have a heart attack? And then Bob starts getting really, like he holds everything back down, because I was getting close. I was really getting close. But I failed to ask, was there anything else in the yard? I did ask, did he step on like a rake or something? But, okay, we're ready for the reveal. Bob, take it away.
Actually, what it was an elderly man.
Wait, you said elderly? How old was he?
Elderly.
70?
Late 70s, close to 80.
Oh, okay. Because I just turned 68.
I know, I'm fixing to be 60 pretty soon myself, so,
I'm 68. I'm closer to this guy than you are.
Have you thought about the generations change, from the last few years?
Yes.
Used to 40 or 50 was old. And now 60 is the natural. But
no, 70s is the new 40s. That's my impression. Okay, go ahead.
But anyway, the male had several problems, medical problems. Actually, we didn't know what happened to him, but when he fell on a wooden picnic table.
What made him fall?
The medical issue. We didn't know what it was at that point.
Okay.
And so what happened was we, of course, go to the autopsy because we didn't know why. He was bruised. And so what he did was he hit his head on the wooden picnic table. It scratched his face, caused a bruise, and also bit the inside of his mouth, and that's where the blood was coming from.
Yeah.
And so then he fell down on the grass.
Mm-hmm.
His wife slept at night. She got up. She didn't think anything about it, and she saw him later on into the day when she went outside looking for him, and he had been laying there. So the warmth was not, because it was early in the morning, it was still cool.
Okay, yeah.
And so his body temperature was cooler than what the outside was.
Oh.
And so it turned out to be a natural. Now, here's the point is, crime scenes are not always crimes.
Or it's not criminal laws. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And so what we have to go in and look at is we have so many things that we have to look at and to figure it out. And there's some of them that just kind of stump us every now and then. Mm-hmm. And actually the coroner or the pathologist may come in and tell us exactly what it is, or help us to make that determination. Right. So a lot of times it's not just you go out there and look at it and, okay, well, he got shot.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't know when he walked in what had caused him to die. And
that's why a lot of times is it why the body has to stay where it is, and that it seems so cruel that you put a sheet over it, but you've got to keep it there because the coroner or something, they have to see it in the exact position, how it fell, and all that. Is that correct?
In our local areas, we don't have a coroner.
Mm-hmm.
We have justice of the peace, so they come out and they look at it and try to look at the same what we're seeing with it as well. And so,
but they have no medical background, right?
No.
So this is just he's dead, he's not, or
you
it
can
looks
do an
like foul
inquest.
play.
Okay. That creates an inquest.
Okay.
And with the justice of the peace, then they look through their own investigation based on what we do with the coroner or the pathologist might be doing or whatever. And he makes that judgment at the end as to the reason that it happened.
Now, you didn't have to bring her in to question her. This was all done at the scene that you guys...
In this particular case, also, we talked to her. We talked to the doctor that he used all the time.
Right.
And he said, oh, yeah, we know this guy. He had did this, and this. And so, yeah, it's very possible that it could. I'll sign off on the death certificate.
Man. Oh, wow.
I just saw him 2 weeks ago, and the doctor did, and he said, this is really hard. You're not going to last a whole lot longer. And so evidently he did, and that was it.
Oh, wow. That's just like the one we had a week ago, and that we talked about. He had learned from the hospital that he didn't have far, to go, and he went back to his truck, and he had a little camper on the back, and he got in the back and committed suicide. And we're trying to figure out like who would have come up to his car, and that's what it was. Now all of these crime scenes that Bob and Deanie lay out are past crime scenes, and they're not. We never say anybody's name or anything like that, but it's just so interesting because Forensic Files and all that do a great job of reenacting and all that is so interesting, and you get caught up in it. And I promise, it's like, okay, that's the last one I'm going to watch. And I try, and I'm trying to find another channel. I'm still hearing it. All I need to hear is about the first 3 sentences of that, what the next show is, and I'm going like, I gotta find out now. So they're great, and we have it every Monday, but they're real, and they're from around this area that these things have happened, but nobody knows who the names are. But it's just so exciting to try to figure it out.
Sometimes it's actually hard for us to laying there in the grass and try to figure out exactly what it is that caused this. So we have to go to some place like the pathologist or whatever.
But kudos to you guys, because you don't know what you're going to walk into. This is what kills me. I could never do this because, you open that door, you have no idea what's behind that door when you open it up. And then you got to go looking. And I need to know, is most people's house real clean? Are they clean?
I will say this. If you're going to go and you're going to soon die, please clean up your house. They're
That's so mean. What?
Oh,
you just want to, you think it, like, it's just like wear clean underwear. You're never going to be in an accident.
That's what your mom always said.
That's right. So clean your house. There we go. There's a good inspiration for
we'll leave it
your
with
house.
that. How's
that? No, but if it just, that gets me, is because when you walk in there, what you have to, come across and what you have to deal with and try and figure out, what happened. When you've got all these clothes, you're going to have to try and go get under, and then the boxes stacked up. And have you ever been in a hoarder's home?
Absolutely.
You have.
Absolutely.
Oh man, like layers and layers and layers where you had to step over it.
It's really tough because there's a lot of things you have to look at.
Oh, guy.
Most of the time on something like that, though, most of the time it's a natural death, not not a knife or a gun.
Oh, okay.
Anything like that.
Oh, man. Well, I always wanted to know, I was trying to make sure I hadn't crossed over to hoarding. It was like, I think mine's just laziness. Just clean up, Cindy, instead of just leaving it there. Just go clean. And that's what it is. But I know it's a sickness. It's a disease that people have that they can't let go of stuff. I thought, well, if anybody ever comes over, that's what I'll claim.
Please don't have 16 cats in your house.
Oh, no. Oh, no. But I thought maybe I could play the hoarder's card if anybody came over my house. I'm trying to get through this. I don't want to be a hoarder. But I think that we're so far past so many things that we've seen everything, Bob, on TV. We have every reality show of every subject matter you could think of that you want. It either inspires you to do better. I want to be a better person than that. Or you go like, I can't relate to these people. But I think that when the hoarding thing came out and people were, I can remember their relatives I had so much worse than I was, that they said, well, now I have a name for it. I mean, it's like they were glad that they could say I'm not the only one, that other people do this.
The problem that I see with that is that sometimes the family are just a little bit crazy, just like the hoarder was.
Yeah, when you watch the show, you have to go like, I can see why they were trying to bury themselves under stuff, so they didn't want their relatives to come visit them. So they'll go like, I'm not going over to Aunt Noni's house because she's crazy and she's, it's too much stuff. But I felt so sorry for some of the kids.
I look at it, apple tree.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think a lot of the people that come to help, a lot of the family that comes around them, you start seeing why they may be this way. So it could be the reason for it. Now, Bob, you have something to tell us that you want to remind everybody. Bob also does an article in the Courier every week, and it's on Sundays. On Sundays in the trends.
Courier.
Or is it the Courier, but is it in the trends section? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, Bob, tell us what you want to tell us.
Well, okay. Right now, where we're at, tomorrow is what?
Election
voting.
Day. Yes.
Okay. So if you haven't voted, please come do it. I don't care who you are, who you think of.
Right.
Come vote. Be careful. Mm-hmm. Slow down, because people are be crossing the streets and going in parking lots and wherever it may be, and not paying attention or whatever. Please make sure that you're okay when you pull in your car, and make sure that it's safe.
Right.
Okay. Right. Just like any time downtown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. That's a good point, because people are really excited and they're thinking about what they're going to do, and how they're going to do this, and make sure that. It sounds like you were giving us the thing you did on Halloween. It's like
kind of like that. Yeah.
But these are big grown-up people. Like
they still do it.
They still do. They cross the wrong place, and they're not watching, and they're not paying attention. So you got to do it for them, and just make sure that everybody gets to vote. And we want you to vote, no matter who you vote for. Just vote, and that right that you have, that so many people have laid their lives down for. This is important, and. And the weather shouldn't be too bad. I think we've had some, as Richard was saying, there may be some rain, but like it's just water, it'll dry up. So stand in that line, stay in the line, and it'll be great. But so many people have voted early. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen. I think that we're so, I think here everybody's set. And plus all the silliness that's been going on. So it's good that we've got all the, our early voting out of the way. I'm just going to sit home and watch it on TV. We're going to be back, and we're going to talk about something that happened in the Woodlands at one of their precincts where they were voting it. The Woodlands, I can't believe this. So stay tuned, and we'll talk about that. You're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, and we're looking for more talk shows and volunteer DJs for our music shows. If you're interested in having your own talk show on Lone Star, or always wanted to live out your dream of being a music DJ, contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com/contact us, or call the station at 936-647-5747 for more information.
The Cindy Cochran Show, the most opinionated talk show on radio.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. You've been listening to Who Done It, that we do every Monday with Lieutenant Bob Berry. And thank you, Bob, for so much information that you give us. I love it. But I've got something, and you may want to comment on this, Bob, but and the officials, this is from the Courier yesterday. The county investigating poll place electioneering allegation. Officials with the Montgomery County Election Central are investigating allegations of electioneering by a poll worker at an early voting location. A woman claims that on Friday at the South County Community Center in the Woodlands, she was told to throw away a candidate push card. And that's the stuff that everybody gives you as you're walking in. They hand you all these, and you walk in, you got all this stuff, and then you got to go vote. And he said, and this The resident was Valerie Green, and she said that this poll worker took away all the campaign material for Gordy Bunch, who is seeking re-election on the Woodlands Township Board of Directors. Green claims that the man instructed her to throw it away and not vote for Bunch. You can't do that. You can't. I mean, I know that the rule is you can't walk in with material and talk to other people in line. You can't tell them that who they should be voting for. But these people are paid people, and and this guy told her to throw the stuff away, and then also told her not to vote for Bunch. And she was confused and she was angry because this is not what she thought voting was all about. She walked out of there and not a good feeling. He had violated her amendment rights. She walked over to Gordy Bunch's tent, they have out there giving it, and she told him what happened. Well, he took off his shirt, his T-shirt that said Gordy Bunch, and he walks in, and she said, point the guy out. And he went over there and talked to him, and then they got the person who was in charge of that and said, they can't do this. And she said, well, we'll take care of it. We'll make sure that we take care of it and get this straightened out. So I'm so glad you brought this to our attention. And the lady said, but here's the deal that was really weird. They never asked for my name, for where I lived, or anything. And they just said they'd take care of it. And I guess I have to trust them. They're going to take care of this. So that was what happened in the Woodlands. That's not that far away. You only think that happens like up east or in Miami or, in Dade County where that kind of stuff happens. But apparently it does. And have you ever had to be called out on roughing up some of the people in those that are trying to get people to vote for their guy as they're walking up to the place?
We haven't had any issues.
Okay.
That we know of. The biggest thing we had in the last few weeks, especially in the early voting, was the line.
Wow.
Was hanging down the ramp and around the corner and you name it, But that's the only issue that we had. But really, like you were saying, you can't bring any kind of papers or anything else about has a name on it or anything like that. You can't wear a shirt that has vote for, Johnny or whatever, and you can't wear that in there. Now, if he says you need to take that paper and throw it away, that's okay. But if it indeed says you can't vote for XYZ, then you have an issue. But the question is did you ever find out for a fact and talk to that person? That person said, yeah, that's what I said.
Right. He didn't deny that he did that.
Okay.
And so she said, the lady who was in charge of it said, we'll take care of this, and thank you very much. But Miss Valerie was not promoting or saying anything about this person. She was just holding the literature that they give them as they walk up to go vote. And that's okay, as long as you're not, holding it up for everybody to see and talking about him and everything like that. That's what is against the law, to do that. But what this guy did, and he's a paid guy, he's one of the employees. He's paid to be there. So it was very interesting. So, I love talking to everybody when I walk up there. Everybody comes up, and if you're feeling lonely today, and you just don't, you feel like everybody's against you or anything like that, go to a polling place. Go to where people are voting and just wave yourself through that. All those group of people, you'll feel so loved and so wanted, and they want your vote, and it's just so great. And you'll just have a whole different attitude, and you'll just probably start going around all the different polling places and just walk through that. You don't have to vote; you just only vote one time, but you can keep. There's a lot of excitement around these polling places. So tomorrow, just go have a party and feel like everybody loves you and everybody wants something from you. They want your vote. You're important to them. And it's a great time. So tomorrow, get ready for that. Now, I don't know about you, Bob. What are you going to do? Are you going to be around you're going to stay in front of the TV? Or y'all going out? Or, you feel like now's the time to go do something tomorrow because nobody will be out? You think they'll all be voting?
I think there'll be still a lot of voters.
Yeah.
I think it won't be as good as what we had back in the early voting.
Mm-hmm.
But I still
You don't think
there'll
so?
be some. I think it'll be a little bit less than what it was.
Well, they said on they were talking on TV about the different ways that Democrat and Republicans vote. That the Democrats would vote earlier, but Republicans want to put their finger on every person's name. They were showing the difference between the two, the way they vote, and that's how I felt. I wanted to put my hand next, and punch the right button and make sure that person was voted for. But just the tactical part of it, I just love that, and it's so much fun. But everybody needs to get out and vote, and then that way you can complain. But if I'm talking to you and I said, "Did you vote?" Well, no, I didn't get out. Well, then you have no right to complain. You're just going to have to. Too bad. You have to wait 4 years before you can comment on anything because you didn't get out and at least take the trouble to go vote. You can't complain. So that's what I think is going to be fun. But I will be there it's like football games, guys. They're so love football. They'll watch a pre-show forever. And I said, haven't they started playing yet? No, we're still on the pre-show. I'm like, what? Yeah, what takes so long? I'm going to be just like that. I mean, I feel like we've been in a pre-show for a long time already. So I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be fun because you know how crazy I am. I love this whole thing. But then Wednesday, what are we going to talk about? It's going to be, tomorrow we're going to talk about going up to, here it is. It's just about there. And I want to have Dr. Wally on again and talk about what's going on around here for the Republicans. And then anytime a Democrat wants to call and talk about what they're feeling, what they're thinking, and what's going on with them, I love it. I got to meet more Democrats. I've got to become friends with more Democrats so that we can talk about this and keep it all fair and balanced. That's what we got to do. But Thursday, we're going to break it all up. We're going to have Bob Smiley on, world-renowned Christian comedian. He's so funny. He's got a take on everything. And he's going to be on to lighten the mood, and let's get back to normal life. What was that like? What was that like before? I can't remember. You're listening to Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio. We'll be back tomorrow all the way to Friday. So don't go away.
Thanks for checking out this production on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, and TV media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production, produced by the show host and Dick Schissler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schissler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.